This is going out to the whole world. Lost loved ones, wiping them tears away. Still remembering the love of my grandma. I can't tell it all, stand tall, never fall. She would do whatever it took. Put me to sleep with that good book.
Welcome back to X-Rage No Justice. I am your host, Kimberly Trapani, and I am super privileged to have musician since he was 3. He has been around the circles of LA. He invited me to the Emmys. Always Carey, welcome.
Hey.
How are you doing today? Can you tell me what it's like out there after an earthquake?
Oh man, it's we on pins and needles. We had one this morning, 3.4 aftershock.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're safe. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, we're safe.
I'm so excited. I've been hyping you up all week, actually for 2. I always love having you on my show because you are a godly man.
Yeah.
Can we talk about your background? Can you tell our audience how you got your start as an artist?
Yeah, well I was singing in my grandmother's church at knee high, like 2-3 years old. And then my dad put me on the stage when I was like 3-4 years old with his group, the Crowd Pleasers. And he was the original Ohio player before the van accident. So about the age of 4 officially.
Wow. And I understand that along the way you've recorded some music and that kind of thing. And you come from Ohio. Can you tell me a little bit about your childhood for our audience that doesn't know where you grew up or where you came from?
Well, I'm originally from Columbus, Ohio, the Buckeye State, where it's nice and cold, but beautiful summers. And they love their sports. They love the football. But the Ohio players musically started there with my dad and my aunts and uncles and the Crowd Pleasers. So music is pretty strong there as well. Sports and music is where I'm from, Columbus, Ohio.
And it was pretty rough as an understatement for you growing up. And you wrote about it in your songs. Can you tell us a little bit about how your music inspired you to talk to the world and give back to a global audience?
Yeah, the growing up in Columbus, Ohio, was pretty rough. We had every city has a ghetto, but Columbus, Ohio, we had a Tracy Circle, a Franklin Manor, Murray Hill, and it was very impoverished growing up. A lot of prostitution, a lot of pimps and drugs, and just poverty.
That sounds a little bit, but like the inner city kids that I taught, where they were coming from, and I had like such compassion for that situation. Seeing these kids getting dental care and medical care from their school because their parents could not afford it. Can you tell me a little bit about when you worked in the prison system in New York and what you learned from those criminals?
Yeah, I learned a lot from the criminals with humility and just being broken. Used to do prison ministry, still do, but Rikers Island is one of the main prisons I used to work out of New York City. And it's honestly one of the worst prisons I've ever been to, condition-wise. And the people there are survivors. I mean, they have to really dig deep to get through a day-to-day basis, week to week, month to month. I mean, it's ferocious in some of those terms they give these inmates. I mean, it's terrible.
Was there any compelling moments when you went in there to teach them about God that you learned that you said, hey, well, I'm learning from a criminal today. They have a story.
Yeah, I really believe that everyone could be a teacher or a student, and every time I go in as open, so I can teach and learn at the same time, so I can get as much as I give, and it's just a balance of them giving to me and me giving to them, and it's beautiful.
Yes. And in your bio, you say you like to give more than you receive.
Yeah.
Is there any time that you walk away from what you do in the community or with your art where you're like, I wish somebody would just like get me on stage right now, play my music, or like give me a Grammy or something? Do you have
Um,
those moments?
I used to, but now, God has taught me that if it's not for me at the time, I won't receive it. But as long as I continue to believe it, it will come on God's infinite timing. But I just got to enjoy the journey, enjoy the process, and just continue to stay loving and patient.
You've been at this for 50 years
Yeah.
and you have made a name for yourself. You've been there and done that. Everybody knows who you are. It's just like you're so humble. How do you stay so humble in this business when this business is sucking the life out of everyone?
I just stay on my knees. I stay in prayer mode. My wife keeps me grounded. My daughter keeps me grounded. My son got some good friends, and even including yourself. I just tap into the people around me and just stay even keel and try to always be always cool and every day's my grandmother taught us that take it one day at a time.
This is 911 week, and you recorded the 911 song.
Yes.
And before we roll that, can you tell me a little bit what goes into the making of a music video as impactful as a national tragedy and even a worldly tragedy?
Well, that was inspired because I was there the day of 2001. I was in New York City when I was on Columbia at Columbia Records, and when the first plane hit, we all got alerted to it. And then when we was able to see the tragic second plane come in, I was on my way out there to see if I could help. And then when the buildings came down, everybody had to get away from didn't nobody think it was gonna do what it did. So it was to this day it's very special to me because I never seen anything like that ever in my life. The tragedy of that day, and it sometimes it haunts me.
Yes, and do you remember where you were? I remember I was in a travel agency because I had clients, and I dropped to my knees and prayed to God that
Mm.
I had to open the book and see who my clients were on planes. Do you remember where you were, what you felt, and what inspired you to go on to this music video?
Yeah, I was in my hotel room when it happened, and just couldn't. I honestly couldn't believe it. I didn't know what was really going on at first, and then when I got outside and the energy of everyone and the anticipation and uh, the it was a frightening feeling because you didn't know what was really going on, and then I just decided to start to make a song about it, and then I started to piece together the video, and bring my singers and musicians. And then we made the song America's Song 911.
Let's roll that right now, and then when we come back, we'll talk more about the making of the video.
Somebody tell me.
Don't blame religion or politicians. They won't be happy till this world is aflame. We watch the people submit to evil. We count those bodies and we honor their names. No early warning, it hit that morning. The terror flew and there was nowhere to hide.
We bring a hammer, salute the flag as brothers die and mothers cry. We don't know why. God bless America. Always be repping that red, white, and blue. Pray for me as I pray for you. Always cool, be what you do, love what you do, live the truth. America's song, pray for peace, prepare for war, settle the score. Stars and stripes, day and night. We do what's right and we win the fight.
We won't be captured, we won't be coward. We won't sit back and let them conquer our land.
We pray for peace, we fight for freedom, fall on our knees with our sword in our hand.
So many colors, so many faces. We come together, no more living in sin.
We come together, we stand as one. If brothers die and mothers cry, then we will know why.
Wow.
Wow.
I remember being on my knees speechless that day. I remember what I felt. My sister was in a government building in the city. She was an attorney and child and family services. I couldn't get a hold of her, much less the airlines. What goes in to making a video like that? How do you get people together, and does it cost a lot of money to put?
Yeah, I was gonna say you pay them good, but Also, they was very inspired by the message of the song, by the message of the video, and they was all in. So it was pretty easy once the pay rate was met, and then the production of it, and then to be able to bring 20 22 individuals together. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, and the culture was different then, and we're on the theme of love. Love is the admiration for another. That's its meaning. God's Bible teaching states that he died for our sins, and he teaches love is patient, love is kind, love is not boastful.
Yeah.
How has the culture changed since you made that video, and what would be your perception of love today? What would you tell our audience?
Well, before that video, I didn't even have a cell phone. 2001.
Yeah.
So life has changed a lot because now everybody can talk around the world in a matter of seconds. So that's one thing that's changed. Also, there's been a lot of council culture, the council culture, to where
Yeah.
they want to cancel you real fast, and just the hatred and the envy and jealousy of this nation is just it I don't understand it.
Outrageous.
Yeah, it's outrageous. I don't understand it.
Yes. And what would you say to our audience being in the public limelight? Life, our entertainment world is not that easy. We're being
Yeah.
watched. People are looking at us all the time. They're like, are they going out in their pajamas? What is the real true message here? We got the Harvey Weinsteins of the world that make this industry so ridiculous. What teaching, what would you tell our audience about where we went from as a tying together community during 911 to what we have in 2024? Do you have advice for our audience about what love is, what how we can bring people together in this culture of so much hatred, shootings in schools, and things of that nature?
Yeah, honestly, I'm on doing a petition to bring prayer back in school, in all the schools, to be even get the Pledge of Allegiance back in schools, and the Bibles back in schools. I mean, because if you have a Bibleless, loveless, and unpatriotic America, that's where the hate is going to seep in. Right now, it's called the divided states of America. We're divided on everything. I mean, even with the politics, even within the movies, even within the music, even within entertainment, sports. I mean, we're divided on everything, and if you're divided, you can't stand. And love will allow you to stand. And so the best advice I can give to anyone is stand on that love. Stand on that love that your grandmothers and your moms and your dads taught you, your great grandmothers, your aunts and uncles. You got to stand on some principle of love.
Speaking about you, just for a moment, what were the biggest challenges you have faced in the industry when you were giving and not receiving?
The biggest challenge I had growing up and through the industry was racism. Because my mom is white and Italian and my dad's black and Puerto Rican. So um, anytime came to a situation with my mom or dad, the racism came out, and my siblings. We were all different races, different colors of skin, but we're all family. But it's like similar to Mariah Carey. the way she's had to deal with that in her career, with her mom and sister just passing. My condolences to her right now and in the
Yeah,
family. R.I.P. to her.
Jesus.
But it's just blatant racism.
You
And,
know, I reached out the minute I found out about her family and expressed my condolences and was
yeah,
on my knees praying.
yeah.
What are we supposed to tell our audience about love when their kids are dealing with seeing their classmates being injured by guns in schools and drug overdoses growing in numbers, and women and children are being sexually violated in America with no system in place in America right now, with
Yeah.
children and adults being raped at the border? What do we tell our audience about that?
Well, it hurts my heart every day. We had 5 shootings in the last 5 days in different places from Omaha, Nebraska, Georgia, Maryland. Um, it's just, the gun laws. I mean, people can get a gun before they can get a license to drive. I mean, the parents are to be held accountable for a lot of this, because how does a 15, 16-year-old get a gun and have enough money to get a gun? They have to be assisted by the parents. So I put it on the parents in the community. You should know what your children are doing, and that's what a good parent would do, and get in your business, because you're 14 or 15. Like my grandmother and my mom used to always tell me, this is my house, and these are my rules. So if you can't get away with anything in this house, until you get your own house, you you got to abide by these rules, and you can't have no secrets.
Rules
Yeah,
are key, that's for sure. And once
yeah,
there is boundaries in place and people understand the boundaries, if they can speak English in America, it's very much more controlled that way.
yeah.
I'm gonna roll "Loving You"
Oh,
is
yeah.
so easy. This is your new song, right?
Yes.
So we're premiering "Loving You So Easy," and this is going to be talked about after we roll it.
All right, thank you.
I'm never gonna leave you. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Always choose to love, always, yeah. I'm always on bed knees. Always choose to love, always, yeah. I'm always on bed knees. I get it. It's not easy to love, but you gotta try to love anyway. Love don't stop, love keep going, love don't ever give up. Got me on my knees, praying that you see me. I pray that the love won't let us go. Oh no no, Jesus please deliver me. Yeah yeah, you not loving if you got a problem with me. Yeah yeah, just put your pride aside, love always alright. Who you with? Love gon' always win. Just turn to the light. Oh yeah. Turn me up in the headphones. Loving you so easy. You're the reason I breathe. I'm never gonna leave you. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Always choose to love, always, yeah. I'm always on bed knees. Always choose to love, always, yeah. I'm always on bed knees. Loving you so easy. You're the reason I breathe. I'm never gonna leave you. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, love, love.
What did that take to record?
Yeah, we did that in one day. Me and Love, my artist Love, and Mr. Dale Thompson, and Show Enough from the Bay Area.
Shout
Uh,
out, Dale.
Yes. So much love to that. Also to I'm going to give shout outs to the script keeper as well as Kurt Dog and the Astronomical Solo One. Thank y'all. I couldn't have did it without all of y'all. Thank you.
Yes, it's amazing. And there's a lot that goes behind the scenes, and to master a song and then put it to video. I just want to take, before we talk about love, just give me a few minutes. I just want to introduce a human trafficking commercial we did, and then you can take a break. And when we come back, we're going to talk more with Alwaz Carey. We have to dive a little bit deeper.
Hello, my name is Maria Perez. I am from San Antonio, Texas. 34 years ago, I was a victim of human trafficking.
Hello, I'm Brian Shree from Texas. As a previous probation and parole officer who supervised the most violent and repeated sex offenders in Florida and in Texas, human trafficking continues to this day as one of the most heinous crimes of modern day society.
I'm Kimberly Trapani, All Consuming Film.
Right now, traffics are robbing a staggering 24.9 million people of their freedom and basic human dignity. That's roughly 3 times the population of New York City.
They did call the police, but the police declined to file a report. They didn't do anything. They listened to the story and said, well, there's nothing we can do for you. Although she was 4, she's actually very petite for her age, so she could have passed for a 2-year-old, and that makes it even worse. As far as I'm concerned, they're trying to take a child that they think won't even put up a fight.
And the area was not appropriate for any good woman to be at. It was more of a men's bar. When I saw him opening the trunk, I didn't want to get off. I didn't want to leave from that area. I just wanted to stay stuck in my seat. And he says, get off the vehicle. And he shows me his gun. So I got off the vehicle and I was very much wanted to run. You have no idea how much I wanted to run, but I couldn't run in those shoes. And I remember seeing a church on my left-hand side. And then I was praying to God. The church, the area I was at, that's when he put me in the trunk. Then he was driving me to the border.
Operate in a direction that is a little bit more logical.
And that's where the controlling, and that's where he was, no, and now I own you.
To say, and I'll say it again, America has to get better at fixing a broken system.
Mm-hmm.
In ways of direct communication with legislators and having human trafficking, child abuse, violence, child sex crimes, pedophilia, rape, domestic violence, a priority of the legislators. And until it happens to a member of the government, we can only create a sense of urgency for them by staying in their face.
Kidnapped because she was taken by a stranger without permission. So that's the very definition of kidnapping. So she did successfully kidnap her. She just didn't get away with her.
If you tell anyone, I will hurt you and your family.
Potentially, she could have gone later on and maybe kidnapped other children, maybe had multiple children. We don't know because we let this one get away and didn't pursue like we should have.
We as women have to work together to make this world a little bit better.
Welcome back to X-Rage No Justice. I am your host, Kimberly Trapani, and we are so privileged to have Alwaz Carey. We have like between you and I, probably millions. I'm probably up to 1 million views. How many views do you get?
I'm over 1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Alwaz and I have been working together for a very long time on projects and trying to help the world. And Alwaz, you're very into the community. Can you tell me a little bit about what your community needs? How do people get involved? And what do they need to do to help your individual community in Los Angeles?
Well, the best way I can describe the help that's needed is one person at a time. Because I always tell my daughter, "How do you eat an elephant?" and she used to laugh, but I say one bite at a time. You know, it's big, it's overwhelming at times, but you just got to take that one step, that one person, that one bite, and before you know it, you'll have the whole community um, involved, and that's how we do it. We do it one step at a time, one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, and just just put in the work.
Yes. And what would Jesus do in this lifeless nation?
He would do the same thing he did. He'd be crucified again. He loved the world, so he would do the same thing.
Absolutely and definitely. What do you think the American people have to do differently as individuals to start a new love revival so that our national crisis can diminish this abuse and violence meltdown?
Well, I honestly think that everybody has to really vote in the next 50 days. Get out and vote. Also, get out and spread your resources, spread your education, spread your enthusiasm, because love is there. It's what you choose. If you choose to love, it's there. But if you choose to hate, it's there. They're both there, but it's which one you're going to choose. And that's what we got to do as a nation. We got to choose love, and love is patient. Love is kind. It's not puffed up. It's not boastful, but it's actual. It's an action word, and we got to put action to it, like we're doing even now. I mean, even the commercial that you just ran about the atrocity of sex trafficking. I mean, that's very, very important, because 1 in 6. I mean, that just really ripped my heart out to see the statistics. That's real, in real time. I mean, that's a man. We got to do better. We
I
as a
love
nation.
that scarf.
Oh yeah, my daughter made this for me. So I told her I would wear it on the show. It's for
Shout
Friday.
out, Octavia.
It's for
We
Friday.
love you, Octavia.
That's that Friday the 13th.
That's it's called a love scarf, right?
Yeah, it's a love scarf. Yeah.
So Octavia can make more love scarves to the world, right?
Yeah. She makes them every day, every week.
That's awesome. I'm so proud of you, Octavia. That's awesome. That's so great. I love it. I love it.
And her mom's making these too, so she got her mom working with her. It's beautiful.
Let's talk about Manifesto. I want to roll Manifesto. Can we roll Manifesto?
Yeah. I shot that.
Manifesto.
We shot that right by Oprah Winfrey's house in Santa Barbara, so it's special.
Okay, let's go with that. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more with Alwaz about the Emmys and what he's doing for the world.
Solo one, here he comes. Solo one, here he comes. Manifesto, I got next, bro. Ready, set, yep, go. Manifesto, I got next, bro. Ready, set, yep, go. Manifesto, I got next, bro. Manifesto, I got next, bro. Ready, set, yep, go. Manifesto, I got next, bro. Ready, set, yep, go. Manifesto, I got next, bro. Wanna be part of my squad? Truck is not a facade. Billions in my garage, police think we still in them cars. Yo, G6, we really gon' fly. No conflict, we running on ice. Taking my sins and burning them twice. Already conquered, hit a divide. Give you a slice, give me the pie. Bring me a life, digitalize into the light. Remember the fight, call me a gift, December's tonight. Living savage, but I be alright. Try to go straight, but the narrow so bright. Go ahead and trust it. I did it deep, you make it through customs. I am predicted, I am invented. I'm precedented, Air Force One, El Presidential. This a momental, take it home with you. Stare at the ceiling, wait till it hit you. There is the vision, my monastery. I'm not a virgin, but you see my Mary. I'm on the verge, you shouldn't dare me. You shouldn't come out on the ledge, ready to jump. Never be second, solo the one. I am forever, hold on my son, give him a leg up. I am deliberate, I am strategic. Liberate feelings just when you need it. Always on time, 7 days less. Amazon Prime, I am the best. I am important, read the reviews, my customers man, the best though. I got next, bro. Ready, set, yep, go. Man, the best though. I got next, bro. Ready, set, yep, go. Man, the best though. I got next, bro. I got next, bro. Ready, set, yep, go. Man, the best though. I got next, bro. Ready, set, yep, go. Man, the best though. I got next, bro. Solo one, here he comes. He's ready for the world. Solo one, here he comes. Solo one. Stars in their eyes, color is gold. Give me my 5 money. Monthly, you are subscribed. Crown, I'm a lift up. Dancing my song, I went viral on TikTok. I am an icon, I could go global. They got the I am a media social. I am inducted. Bigger than Jimmy, bigger than Buffett. Star Trek Colossal. Warren is blushing. Hanging with Marcus, sharing the profit. That's not my level of slaving the dollars. They call me Confederate. Medal of Valor, support your new veteran. Write him a letter, give him a call. Respect and protect me, cause I am the law. Never dissolve. See, no, hear, no ghetto. Don't talk, and they know it's gonna hurt. 48 first, hit them low in the curb. Soldiers at work. See it tonight. Pets, pause. My secret life. This what my city like. You got a problem, we cut you a slice. Wrapped in plastic and calling goodbye. Independent, my 4th of July. You must attend it, and don't you ask why. I am no average, I am so great. They call me the Gatsby, I got a stakes. First in my class, not a mistake. I am a motto, I show you my make. I am not like you, it shows in my face. Under my name, sit in my ride, drive you insane. Survival IQ, when they call me the brain. Try it, it's new. Man, the best though. I got next, bro. Ready, set, yep, go. Man, the best though. I got next, bro. Ready, set, yep, go. Man, the best though. I got next, bro. Man, the best though. I got next, bro. Ready, set, yep, go. Man, the best though. I got next, bro. Ready, set, yep, go. Man, the best though. I got next, bro. Here he comes. He's ready.
Trapani. We are with Alwaz Carey. Always, what's happening this weekend? Are you going?
Yeah, the Emmys. Yeah, the Emmys is this weekend, and we just had the VMAs as well this week. So it's been a big week.
Yeah, it has. And I gotta tell you, like, I was looking out for Katy Perry and Eminem and all those people that are in the mix, Taylor Swift. And I gotta tell you, I am not inspired by this hat by any of those guys. You inspire me. That gentleman on the video, what's his name?
Solo one,
What's
solo
his
one, solo one.
Solo One?
Yeah.
He is so energetic. He's moving around. He's dancing. He's excited. What? How long did it take to make that video?
We did that in a week. We shot it in 2 days, and then we edited about two or 3 days. So about a week, about 5 days.
That is so awesome. He's like so. It makes me want to take a bubble bath.
Yeah, he loved that Scarface movie. So he tried to do that little Scarface movie. That was his idea. It was cool.
Yeah, it makes me like want to get clean now. And he talk about love. We're on the topic of love this week.
Yeah.
Your name came up in the debate, by the way. I meant to email you that.
Okay. There it is.
But I did tell the people of Congress that we were doing this show. They were looking for it, so they were all excited. So maybe that it was on the verge of the moment where we talked about Always on the debate.
Yeah. That's
What would you tell people about our American people that are sick of the corruption and hearing the same lies? Can you tell us can you give us a love quote? Can you give us an inspiration? What would you, if you were standing up at a podium right now, say, I'm Alwaz Carey, I'm a celebrity. What would you tell people about what's going on in the world about love?
Well, what I would tell them, like I tell my daughter and told my son many years, if you can dream it, you can live it. So if you can dream big aspirations and big dreams, you can live that. So if you can see a world that's don't have the racism in it, if you can see a world that don't have the hate in it, then you can aspire to be that. And you can actually allow it to manifest. That's what that manifesto video is about, is manifesting your dreams. And one day, just like Oprah Winfrey, she came from humble beginnings and she became one of the wealthiest women in the world. And we just want to inspire the next generation. And really, it takes perspiration for aspiration. So you got to really put in work to be great and to be as good as you can be, and you really got to dig deep, because you got to focus, because it's not easy to be great.
What is the definition of great for you, and have you become great?
Great is doing your best at all times, and really looking out for the loving thy neighbor like thyself, and family, putting God and family and career in this perspective, and in the number one spot. God should be number one, family should be number two, and community and America and the nation should be number three, and everything else is fourth and fifth. So if you got your priorities in order, you got your 1, 2, and 3, you should have no problem being great.
Absolutely. And how do you get work-life balance? I mean, you got to deal with probably 10 of me, and I'm always calling you.
Yeah.
So how do you get private family time?
I just got to pencil it in. I got to put it on calendar. Like, we have a calendar on the wall. We have a calendar on the refrigerator. We have a calendar on the desk. And we have our own personal calendars that we always communicate. One thing I told my wife before we married, our 20-year anniversary coming up, and one thing I told my wife before I married her, I said, communication is number one with me. So as long as we communicate, everything's gonna be great. And
Michelle, sorry, I call you in the middle of your dinner dates.
oh, oh, we love it. We love it though, because you're family. So we're good. Yeah, we love it.
Can you tell me about what you're wearing in the Emmys?
I'll probably just do the tuxedo, and just keep it penguin. I'll just do the penguin.
No mask anymore?
No, no, we don't do the mask anymore.
Okay. And what's the highlight of the evening usually for you? Do you like the dinner, the partying, the red
Yeah,
carpet?
the dinner and just seeing people every year seeing the same. Like Angela Bassett got in 9 years, she finally got her Emmy, so we're happy for Angela. She sits next
Shout
to
out
me.
Angela.
Yeah, she sits next to me at church at West Angeles, so we love celebrating her. She's family, been knowing her over 21 years, so she's awesome, and congratulations to Angela Bassett.
Congratulations, Angela. Mwah.
And everybody else that's up to win this weekend.
Anything else you want to tell us about love before we wrap?
Well, just love is always, and always is love, and I want to get it to where it's a bookend. So you start with love and you end with love. So it's always love and it's love always, and I want to make sure that stays in a catchphrase to where it really resonates with people. Just like when you say goodbye or hello, I want it to be a cadence to where people, if they haven't seen somebody in a long time, they can say, love you, love always, or I always love, before you leave or before you hang up the phone. I mean, it's powerful when you can share somebody's love with you can share your love with each other, and not be embarrassed about it, not being prideful about it, but it's free. And love is free, and we should be able to do more of that. I think that we won't have the shootings in schools because most of the people that shoot and kill people, they're hurt people hurt people. And I'm gonna say that again: hurt people hurt people. And that's what we get a lot of in America. A lot of hurt people that's been abandoned and abused, and then not been neglected, and then all of a sudden, the only reason they get attention is when they're on the 6 o'clock news or the 10 o'clock news of the shooting, because they was trying to call out, and they went too deep into the hate, and it just is just a tragedy.
Unbelievable. Yeah. And finding a way to love, not hate, is really, you mentioned it, the key in America to get grounded. And all these shootings are disgraceful. And I keep telling Congress, none of us celebrities condone this. We don't find this cool that kiddos are bringing guns in schools to hurt people. Do you want to send a message on that for us?
Yeah. I think legislation, like you always say about the legislation, with the guns, with anybody going to a pawn shop and being able to be 14 years old, getting a gun, being able to purchase a gun. I mean, we really got to have stricter laws and penalties for that type of practices that go on, because the pawn shops, they just want to make money. They don't care about the bullets, what's going on with the bullets and the AK-47s and the assault rifles and the 340, the 357 Magnums, and the things they just want to make money, and it's not about that. You just like if somebody came into a bar and they're 16 years old, they can't drink. They would lose their liquor license. So these pawn shops need to lose their license, if they're selling these illegal guns to 14 and 15 to minors, and I just feel that they don't press it on these issues and these legislation is just it breaks my heart.
It does break my heart too, and the Texas shooting too was very, very
Yeah,
upsetting. When I hear about these guns in schools and how these kids are bringing them, I'm wondering how they get past the principals, and
yeah.
I'm wondering
How
how
do how do
this.
they get on the premises? I mean, my daughter goes to a private school and there's a shack, and we can barely get in there. I mean, we're picking our daughter up. We got to go through scrutiny and sign papers and stuff. But how in the world does these people get in there so effortlessly? And I'm gonna say it like this: even with the assassination of the President Donald Trump, how in the world did he get so close to the president without somebody not seeing him? I mean, it's I don't understand it.
Would you say people need to pay more attention to the details?
Yeah, and people need to be truthful about letting things happen. There's one thing about trying to stop things from happening, but what about letting things happen? I think a lot of this is letting things happen.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. And us celebrities don't think that kids should even be near bullets or things that look like guns.
No.
Any other messages you want to send, and how do we contact you?
Okay, so you can contact me at alwazcarey.com, my website, and that's ALWAZCAREY, like the screen, and then .com. And you can also get a hold of me through Kimberly.
Yes,
But
you can. I have his private cell phone number, but I'm not giving it out.
we're a team, we're a partnership, and I just want to thank you for pushing the movie and your situation to the limit like you always do. And we're gonna eventually get it to the big screen. And I did have a big meeting today. I was gonna surprise you. I went to the Intuit Dome and had the big meeting with Stevie Williams and Mr. Hussein Saka, and they're interested in financing our movies and music. And then I went to the SoFi Stadium, the Charger Stadium, and there's a couple other individuals that's looking to get into the finance of films. So it was a big Friday the 13th.
It is a big Friday the 13th. We're saying God bless to the world. We need to, I was just telling Congress, they need to respect each other and show love so that they can be icons and role models and be
Yeah.
leaders.
Hmm.
I appreciate your time and I thank you so much. And I will look forward to seeing footage from the Emmys.
Yeah. So just know we love you and thank you and happy Friday the 13th and may everything be great.
You too, always. And when I walk into the grocery store, I always carry my groceries. Big hugs to your family. Mwah.